Hey gamers, Rick here with Game Trade Media at the Alliance Open House. I met Bubby from Upper Deck and I snagged him, brought him in here and was like, tell me about this game.
I had no choice.
So welcome, Bubby. Tell us about Dark Legacy.
All right, so Dark Legacy is a game that kind of puts together a couple of genres that people love in the gaming world. A trading card game side, where you're building your decks, you're fighting with creatures and weapons, and also a traditional RPG side where you're actually building your character as you play the game, and you're rolling d20s, doing things that people like when they're playing things like D&D.
Sure.
So it kind of melds those two things together. It's something that really hasn't been done in the past, and so we're trying something new to get kind of a hybrid game going. So yeah, that's kind of like the base of it.
So it looks like you have some multiple factions here. I see the Rising is the name of the game, but is this like elves and dwarves, I'm guessing?
Yeah, in some ways. So within the game, there's 6 different factions.
Okay.
So you have your chaos, your tech, your darkness, your divine, your earth, and your wind. And all of those different factions have play styles that are kind of your control faction, your spell faction, your creature faction.
Sure.
So it kind of customizes. You can customize your deck to your play style,
Okay.
which is people
Makes
love
sense.
to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So all the different factions that are out there. And so how the game kind of evolves with that is like you start out as like a level 1 character, and that's yourself. You're the character, and you develop your deck, based upon the different factions. When you're a low-level character, you're still trying to find your way in the world, and so
Sure.
you go out there and you build your deck using all the different factions, trying to see which kind of fits you. And as you beat opponents and you win or you get defeated, you get experience points.
Sure.
And that's how you kind of level up your deck and your game experience. And then you also pick as you go your skill trees in the game. So if you want to go towards more of a magic user, more of a creature guy, more of a warrior, you can kind of pick your tree to kind of customize your experience for that as well. And then your deck kind of evolves that way as you go on as well.
Makes sense. The artwork on this stuff is amazing too, by the way. Take a look at a few cards here.
Yeah, so the game designer is Brian Tillman. He also did majority of the art in the game as well. So he's kind of like the mastermind behind this thing.
Did a great job. The artwork is phenomenal. Now tell me a little bit about like what would a round of play look like?
So round of play, this is your play mat, and within this play mat you have over here your weapons, your primary weapon, your secondary weapon. You have your armor slots, primary and secondary. And this is where you cast your spells. Your spells consist of creatures, magic spells, relics, artifacts, also some instants as well. You can also power up your base character with some enhancements or some enchantments to go on yourself or on your creatures or on your weapons.
Wow.
Too. So I think yesterday we were doing a demo and somebody had a lightning infused flamethrower. It's insane what you can do in this game.
And it also looks like you guys came out with all the accessories, like knocked out everything for anybody that would want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything for their game.
So we know that players, when they play a game, they start to have an affinity towards a certain faction, a certain play style, and they want to show it off to people. Like, I'm chaos through and through, so I'm going to get all the things that are chaos, And so we have, play mats, deck boxes, deck sleeves to kind of like customize. So a person can jump right into it and customize their experience, not just their deck, but their accessories as well, to be that chaos guy, to be that darkness guy if they want to.
Wow. And so this right here, the Dark Legacy, the Rising, this particular one, it shows, is that 2 different factions on there?
Yeah, so we have 3 different starters, and that's how you kind of get through all the different factions, introductory to all the different factions. So this one is Darkness and Divine, for example.
Okay.
Within there, you're going to have 2 fully playable decks, levels 1 through 5 characters. Also, when there's 2 play mats, there's just paper play mats.
Oh, sure.
And 4 20-sided dice as well, so you can kind of have something to roll because you need D20s for the game as well.
And what is the price point on one of these?
$20 SRP.
Wow, so
it's
2 decks for $20?
Exactly. Like we're trying to make this super accessible because I know when I was starting into gaming, I was in high school, didn't have much disposable income, and so seeing that Magic starter pack for like $6, it's like perfect. I'm gonna jump right into it. And so this is what we kind of have equivalent of that. It's like lower entry point, get into the game, have some fun with it.
Perfect. I love it. And you said that there's expansions coming out and all that, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of with the leveling system. Like I said, this is 1 through 5, and as your character levels, you can do more powerful cards. And so our expansions are smaller expansions that have. This is our level 1 through 5 expansion right there. Or sorry, 5 through 7. And then you have your 8 through 12.
Nice.
And your 13 through 20.
Dang.
So as you're leveling up your character, you get these expansions that have the cards to help you out with that leveling experience.
Cool. Very cool. Now, this is out when?
We had a soft launch at Gen Con
Okay.
just to kind of get it out, but that was kind of, we flew in some stuff from the
Sure.
manufacturer. The rest is on the boat right now. It's going to come out in, I believe, November, second week of November, I believe, right now. So
I can dig it.
yeah.
And now you brought something else to show us, and
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like with some of the food and drink that we've been having here at Fort Wayne, we might need this.
This could be the game of everybody that's going to be, in this this realm that we're in right
Go
now.
ahead and pull this to the side out
cool,
of the
cool.
way for you. Quest for the
Quest for the
Antidote.
Antidote. So, this is a game from 2 to 6 players. So the concept of this game is, as soon as you start the game, you're dying.
Oh, great.
So you're trying to find the antidote to cure that poison that the evil king has set upon you. How you got poisoned, that's up to you. But so it's an adventure board game. It's a game that is I think kind of missing in this whole space is it's a roll and move game, and so you're rolling dice to kind of move your character around.
Okay.
So it's a game that it's kind of like, I call it like the gateway game from the mass gamer into the hardcore gamer, because
Sure.
it has a lot of elements that if you're a younger gamer just starting to get into the gaming space, you might have grew up on playing Monopoly or Risk or something like that
Sure.
with your family. This takes it to the next level where it has some of those elements, but also has a lot of adventure elements. You're fighting monsters, you're getting loot, you're working together both against the environment, and you also have some PvP in there as well.
Okay,
And so
cool.
this game really kind of gets on this crescendo when you get towards the end. Everybody has a few of their ingredients found, and it's kind of a race, because every time you roll your dice to move, every time you fight a monster, you're one step closer to death. And
Oh,
so
geez.
you have to kind of find the optimized path to success within there, and people can mess with you. We have meddling cards in there. It's like, okay, you have a hole in your bag, you dropped one, your ingredients, you got to go back and get it, or you can battle somebody to just take
man.
it from them and keep on going.
Dang.
So it's a pretty cool concept.
It sounds cutthroat.
Yeah, it is. It's like it starts out very, very mellow. Everybody's
Sure.
on their own way doing the thing, and then it gets down to the end. It's like, these cards come out, and it gets pretty hardcore.
Very
towards
cool.
the end.
And this is available when?
Available right now.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
great.
exactly.
So if you go to your local game store, you can say, I want Quest for the Antidote. And if it's not on the shelf, they can order it through their distributor,
Absolutely.
Alliance, and have it in your hands and ready to play for the holiday season as we roll
Right on.
into it. So you want to get your whole family and friends poisoned and get that antidote for them. That's pretty
Absolutely,
cool.
absolutely.
And what's the price point on this one?
That's $40 SRP.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thanks. I appreciate you coming in. It's Bubby.
It is, Bubby.
Bubby, for coming out here and showing us all this amazing product from Upper Deck.
Absolutely.
If somebody out there watching, and we know you're watching, wants to find out more about stuff going on with Upper Deck, where can they go?
Great place to go is our Facebook page, Upper Deck Entertainment. Also have Twitter at Upper Deck ENT. That's our 2 main ways to go.
Okay. And the website is upperdeck.com.
UpperDeck.com is the
Okay.
website.
So you can find out everything you need to know about all the cool products coming out of Upper Deck at those locations. And on that note, I'm Rick. This is Game Trade Media, and I'll see you at the game store.
Thanks for watching Game Trade Media. Make sure to leave us a like and click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new content.